Your Excellency. Hey, how are you? Hey. Joel, is it Joel? Morning, Anna. Morning. Behind those doors. Behind those. Keep up there. They are obviously very concerned about a number of things. They're concerned about the human rights violations that are happening in our country. They're blatant, they're glaring. Anybody sees these human rights violations that keep happening. And so the ambassadors see these things and they're very concerned. They're concerned about the killings of Ugandans. You know, that has happened before the election, during the election, and after the election. They're very concerned about the abductions that keep happening. You know, the notorious cars, minibuses called drones, that keep moving during day, during the night, and abducting people, many of whom are our supporters. And so their crime is that they're supporters of NUP and the Honorable Kyagulanyi. And they're also concerned about the arbitrary arrests, of course. Many of the prisons, especially Chitalia, is full of NUP supporters. Their crime is just that they support NUP and the Honorable Kyagulanyi. And so the ambassadors are concerned about these. They are concerned about, you know, a number of things that happened within the election. And at an opportune time, they will be able to communicate as well. In our engagement with them, we had an ask to put to them, because these are considered friends of Uganda, and Ugandans consider them to be our friends, our development partners. And so we have asked them, one, not to be silent about the goings on in Uganda, about the human rights violations, the killing of people and so on, things which they see themselves. And so we have asked them, please don't be silent. We are not asking them to come and run the affairs of our country. And again, Mr. Tibuhaburwa and people in government keep blackmailing our development partners. When they see them in meetings like these with us and NUP specifically, they will say, now these NUP people have got a Western agenda. And we're like, wait a minute. After they meet us, they go and meet government officials. They go and meet Mr. Tibuhaburwa. Whose agenda does he have? You know, Mr. Tibuhaburwa has blamed them of funding us. We wish they were funding us. All our flag bearers would have got nominated. As you know, there are some of our flag bearers for MP position that didn't get nominated. They didn't have the 3 million shillings. As a party, we were able to help those who were able to help, but we couldn't help everybody. We didn't have funding, you know. But they're very people, they fund government and all of that. And so our ask to them is, please keep speaking out about the ills that are happening, because Uganda is part of the international community. And so Mr. Tibuhaburwa and the people in his government cannot say the West, the international community, should shut up about the affairs in Uganda, like he often says. No, we don't believe that. We are part of the international community. And so the international community ought to hold us as a country accountable, as we also hold them accountable. You know, for example, we are in South Sudan as a country. We are in Central African Republic. Why? Because we are part of the international community. We ought to hold these countries accountable. And so we are asking them of the same thing. We're not saying, come and run the show here. Uganda is a sovereign state. But then Mr. Tibuhaburwa and his government cannot keep killing Ugandans, arbitrarily arresting people, and meting out all this violence, and nobody should say anything to them because we are a quote-unquote sovereign state. So that's our major ask to them as friends of the people of Uganda to keep doing this. We have not, and we are not asking them to even be in support of any political party like NUP. What we have asked them is not to be necessarily on the side of NUP as a political party, but we've asked them to be on the side of Ugandans, to be on the side of the people of Uganda. Because the people of Uganda are the ones being killed, being arrested, being maimed, and all these violations happening to them, you know. So that was our general request to them, that as friends of the people of Uganda, keep speaking out, don't pay a blind eye, as all these violations happen to the people of Uganda. So that's the cordial engagement that we had with the ambassadors from the European Union. We discussed a wide range of issues, but our view about mediation has continuously been, one, this is not something personal between Honorable Kyagulanyi and Mr. Tibuhaburwa. There's nothing personal between the two of them. Mr. Tibuhaburwa came with his rebels, they took over power when Honorable Kyagulanyi was 4 years old, you know. So there's nothing personal between the two of them. These are matters of the country. So the idea that Mr. Tibuhaburwa and Mr. Kyagulanyi will sit in a room and sort out, quote unquote, their issues or their differences, there's no personal issues, there's no personal differences. The issues that Honorable Kyagulanyi raises are matters of the country. He's raising issues of corruption. He's raising issues of human rights violations. He's raising issues of theft of taxpayers' money.
Thank you so much.